Well, it's Wednesday, so you know what it is, what it do, what it is. I am the Grizz, and welcome back to Yesterday Today. This, of course, is the show where we bring you some of the biggest gaming news you may have missed from yesterday today, and I got a lot to talk to y'all about today, so let's get straight into it. But really quickly, if you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and put on that notification bell so you know when your boy is posting. Let's get into the news, though. All right, so let's start off today with some Splinter Cell. Right. Before you get a little too excited, just like I did, it's not a game, it's an audio series. Done by Ubisoft and BBC. They released an audio series on BBC Sounds. When you go over to the website, here it is. A thrilling new action-adventure drama based on the video game Splinter Cell. Adapted from the novel by James Swallow and dramatized by Sebastian Boskowitz and Paul Cornell. Now, I really wish this was a new game, but they already said there was a Splinter Cell remake, and I'm still wondering what that's going to be like. Is it going to play more along the lines of Conviction and Blacklist, or is it just going all the way back to the roots where if you ran out of bullets, you couldn't pick up another gun or something like that, right? I'm pretty sure that wouldn't age well. But if you're into this, if you read these types of books and you're into it, go ahead and give it a listen. They'll be releasing weekly, it says, and they're about 28 to 29 minutes long, a good little half an hour. So if you are that big of a Splinter Cell fan, here's something for you. Well, let's talk about a little bit about God of War Ragnarok. Well, not about the game per se, but we're just talking about the absence of photo mode in the game. Now, the game came out about almost a month ago as of the recording of this, maybe a few days shy. And, well, it didn't have any photo mode. Now, I'm not even sure who started it. And I want to say it was Sony started putting photo mode inside their games. Maybe it was another developer. But I was wondering why photo mode was absent in this game, because there is some gorgeous landscapes, and I had to take some screenshots using my PS5, and well, of course, you got the ugly compass ruining the picture when you're looking across Alfheim and you're looking at all the wonderful land. But they put out the photo mode update recently, and they even put it out in a blog post, and it says, God of War Ragnarok is now picture ready. With our latest update, you will now have access to the photo mode feature. Since the release of photo mode in God of War 2018, we've been continuously amazed by the amount of talent and passion in the video game photographer community that has gathered the game. From quiet moments with Kratos and Atreus to elegant and brutal combat shots with ice and fire flying, the range of the photographer who takes shots in God of War has been a constant source of inspiration for our team. Now, honestly, certain things you just kind of, at this point, you kind of expect to be in the game. Whoever started this, they done spoiled us. Sony has implemented this a lot in their games. It's in Horizon, both Horizons. It's in Ghost of Tsushima. It's in God of War. And then I do believe it's also in The Last of Us. And people with their creepy sepia pictures in The Last of Us world, those are kind of awesome. But what do you think? Would you like to see other features? What kind of features do you think should be implemented in the game? They don't even have New Game Plus in this game as of yet. And I was wondering, do you think that it should be available from day one? And if you really, think that these are things that should be there, especially with a single player game like this, New Game Plus being a necessity, do you think of anything else that might be a necessity? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Alright, so let's talk about Elden Ring. Yes, Elden Ring, a game that I wasn't really a fan of. I didn't play it, or actually I did play it, but I'm just not the biggest fan of these Souls-like genres. And, well, Elden Ring looked really awesome. I'll definitely give it credit for. Well, this is going to be the game of the year. I'm saying that right here. Might not be my game of the year, but with the Game Awards tomorrow and this plus God of War going neck and neck with probably one of my favorite games of the year, Stray. Well, I'm pretty sure that with the impact that this game had, it's going to continue to have an impact, because it is now releasing the Coliseum, where people can be PvP to where it's 1-on-1, even 3-on-3, and it's just really awesome. And then they even released a blog post saying, "Come forth, warriors, and bask in the glory of the Coliseum. Prove your worth in various duels and battles together or on your own in the free Coliseum update coming December 7th. And maybe, just maybe, that they wanted to get this Coliseum thing out the way, because there's been a lot of data mining and stuff like that months ago, that there would be some DLC. And maybe that this is just a little splash of what's to come, because it's almost a year that Elden Ring has been out, and it has been an absolute bestseller, an absolute specter, probably I would go to say a phenom of a game, and it made such a huge impact on the gaming world. And maybe at the Game Awards tomorrow, they give us some Elden Ring DLC. I know one day I might actually jump into Elden Ring and actually try it, maybe for a few hours if I decide that I'm bold enough. But I can't take any credit away from a game that a bunch of people love, and it just keeps selling copies, and then they continue to keep people happy by flushing out more content. All kudos to the possible game of the year in Elden Ring. All right, so let's talk about Jedi Survivor. And well, if you know me, you know I'm a Star Wars guy, but unfortunately, I did not beat Jedi Fallen Order simply because I got it on launch, and when it first came out, it was quite buggy, and I played through a good bulk of it, but then the bugs kind of put me out of it, but I never really joined back into it. But then now it appears that the sequel might be a lot closer than we think. It leaked out over on Twitter, and I didn't get a chance to, actually it was firstly on the Steam page, and it gave you a bunch of information, and it has been since then pulled down. But Gematsu, they got a nice little write-up, and well, we got a couple screenshots here. If you pre-purchase the game, you get the Hermit cosmetic, the Hermit lightsaber set, and the Combustion blast set. But then if you pre-purchase the deluxe edition, you get the Galactic Hero cosmetic pack, which includes Scoundrel cosmetic, Rugged BD1 cosmetic, DL44 blaster set. And it appears that in this game, he will have the laser blicky. He's going to pull out a gun. He's going to have a blaster and lightsabers. Listen, sometimes I don't want to deflect blaster shots, okay? Maybe I just want to shoot back, and well, it appears that we might be able to see this pretty soon, and it's going to be at the Game Awards tomorrow because the leak had happened. Respawn said, let's get in front of this. The journey continues. Experience the action-packed gameplay of Star Wars Jedi Survivor at the Game Awards, streaming live December 8th. Hashtag Jedi Survivor, and I'm excited about this. And this is going to probably have to take priority at the top of the backlog. Maybe if I can get this through before, I think they said it's supposed to be coming out in March. I can't wait for them to officially reveal everything, give us the gameplay, give us it all, because I definitely love Jedi Fallen Order. And in fact, I have some early clips. I'm going to go ahead and go back to this game. I have to finish it. I was loving the story, and this is the right balance when it comes to those Souls-like combat games. This was the right balance. This wasn't too punishing, and well, I was ultimately able to make it through most of it, but then the bugs got in my way. But I'm pretty sure that won't happen with the second one, right? And they thought they was going to put microtransactions in the first one, and they didn't. So Respawn has all of my absolute trust in Jedi Survivor, and here's the hoping that we get Titanfall 3 someday soon. Alright, so let's talk about Xbox and the fact that they do plan on next year raising their prices to $70. And that's for games that is based off of the Series X and S families of systems. And that's starting with Forza Motorsport, Redfall, and other games that's coming out, especially Starfield being that huge game that they're banking on. And IGN got a hold of them, and they got a chance to speak to one of the representatives, and they said this price reflects the content, scale, and technical complexity of these titles. As with all games developed by our teams at Xbox, they will also be available with Game Pass. They will also be available with Game Pass the same day at launch. Now, but just a few months ago, Phil Spencer said, hey, we can't keep our prices where they are right now for so much long, but they're going to try to hold it together. And here's the quote. And he said, I don't think we'll be able to do that forever. I do think at some point we'll have to raise some prices on certain things. Now, he was pretty vague, but apparently, of course, he meant that games is going to be $70. Now, it's not about Xbox competing directly with PlayStation. It's just about the state of everything now. Video game development costs a bunch of money. Yeah, Xbox got all of this money or whatever. They shouldn't raise games $70. Whatever, entitled fans and stuff with your ha-ha reactions to Xbox basically raising their prices because just because you might feel you don't feel like it's worth $70, that's fine. You can get it on Game Pass. Either way you see it, Xbox will be having the money and Xbox will be getting it. But the thing is, Xbox believes in the quality of the games that's coming. And so the fact that they are also they got to raise the stakes. Stuff they're acquiring stuff. Game development takes a lot of money, and Xbox is ramping up game development. I mean, with all the 3 games that I just mentioned, there are a lot of other games that are coming out because Xbox has acquired a ton of studios in the last few years, and I can't wait to see what's going on. We got Bethesda and Arcane, and they're all over. Okay, and Playground, of course, and those 3 games. So I can't wait to see what's going on with Halo because one of the multiplayer creative directors just left. So Xbox is at a very interesting place, and it didn't seem like everybody was super happy about it raising the price. But then at the same time, if you got smoke with it, just sign up for Game Pass, because even if Game Pass went up in price in maybe another year or two to $20, it's still very, very much worth it. I mean, even if you don't have Xbox exclusive, you got other third-party exclusives, and then you got EA Play on there, and you can play stuff for up to 10 hours. You can test stuff. Xbox Game Pass is the best value in gaming, as well as PC Game Pass. I have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate because I play on my PC and on my consoles. But let me know what you think about all this down in the comments below. Alright, that's a wrap for today. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Let me know what you think about everything that we spoke about down in the comments below. What are we talking about? God of War finally getting a photo mode and possible other game features that you think should just be in the game from day one? Or are we even talking about Xbox price increase? But are you also going to just go ahead and get Game Pass, because it is clearly the best value in gaming? Thank y'all so much for watching. On your way out, hit that red subscribe button and make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when your boy is posting. One thing is for sure, your boy is going to post every Wednesday, and he's going to bring you some of the biggest gaming news you may have missed from yesterday today. And thank y'all so much once again for watching. This video is finito.